Well, hello again. Welcome back. It's lovely and cold and soggy at the moment, which proves it must be the late British autumn, beginning of the winter. It's horrible. I'm even having to get my thermal pants on. And anyway, right, those of you who don't want to listen to me blather, have a look underneath the video. It'll show you the various timestamps of the bits of the video you are interested in. Before you go, subscribe if you haven't, please. I beg of you. Anyway, yes, what was I going to blither about today? Now people have gone on to other bits of the video. What was I going to blither about today? Genuinely can't remember. Saw Gladiator 2 the other day. That was alright. It does miss Russell Crowe. It's a good film and I really enjoyed it. But it does miss Russell Crowe. Of course, Russell Crowe in this timeline is a little bit dead. So it would be difficult to bring him in even for a cameo, being a little bit dead. Right, yeah, okay. Short blither this week. It wasn't particularly great quality blither, was it? It was just a short bit of blither. I'm blithering to cover the fact that I had very little to blither about this week. So what we're going to do, the recipe itself is a Lebanese inspired rice. When I say rice, it's got meat and rice in it. It's not like a side dish. It's definitely a main dish. I really enjoyed it. It tasted absolutely gorgeous. However, I think the cut of meat I had as mince was not the greatest because it took a long time for the moisture to come out of that rice. So still a little bit clumpy, the rice was at the end. But the more I was like taking the temperature down a little bit and keeping it longer, the more it was starting to stick to the pan. So this is not the perfect looking Lebanese rice you've ever seen, but it does taste absolutely amazing. Let's get on with it. Choo-choo. Okay, let's have at it. The board of goodness is prepared once more. What we're going to start with, a kilo of a decent lamb mince. Can you see that? Yes, down there, over there. About 100 grams of these flaked almonds, a couple 100 grams of a white rice of your choice. I'm using basmati. 3 onions, 2 of which are going to be caramelised. 1 will go into the main dish. 3 cloves of garlic. About 3 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley. Going to need about 800 mils of water to go in there. Right, 2 tablespoons of allspice, or in this case mixed spice. 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 aubergine. Have I got everything? Yeah, I think that's everything. Off we go. Ba, 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 ba. First stage, separate to all the other stages, is to caramelise a couple of your onions and then put them to one side, because this will be for sprinkling on top of the dish when it's finished. Da, 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 da. So it's going to take about 20 minutes. Don't burn them, but do try and get them as caramelised as you can. I'm going to try and aim for a little bit of crispy. I've failed in the past, but I'm going to try and aim today for a little bit of crispy. Anyway, 20 minutes. So 20 minutes in, that's looking really good. Some of them are crunchy, some of them are a little soft. Let me have a taste. Oh yeah. Oh, that is lovely. I added a touch of salt about halfway through, just a little touch, and that's perfect. Right, onwards to the main event. Onions again, as is traditional. Not for very long this time, don't need to caramelise them or anything silly like that. Just a wee browning of the onions. let's say 5 minutes. 5 minutes, then we add our garlic. 2 or 3 minutes with the garlic. Three, 4 minutes later, garlic and onions looking just fine. All of the spices in at once. The heat down a little bit. 2 minutes or so frying the spices, and then to make sure they don't burn, start adding a little bit of water. Oh, it smells amazing. Nutmeg and cinnamon and allspice and cumin and whoa. That's, I wish you were here. This smells really rather lovely. Right, all mixed in lovely with the water. Let's pop in our minced lamb. And we need to brown our lamb. So this is going to take, we'll start off with 5 minutes, and I think I'm going to add the aubergine then, and the whole thing should take about 20 minutes this stage. So depends how good your lamb is, I guess, but keep an eye on it, brown it, but halfway through add the aubergine. So what's this, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes in. Let's add the aubergine, cook while the lamb is finished cooking. So I reckon probably 5-10 minutes more. Probably at least 10 minutes more. I'm saying at least 10 minutes more. Whilst that is bubbling away over in the corner, I'm going to toast some almonds. This is my, what is it, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 grams of almonds. It depends. If you like almonds, put more in. If you don't, don't. I'm just going to toast these on a medium heat for a few minutes. Just keep tossing them around, don't burn anything. These are now heading in the direction of done. Have a wee taste. Yeah, definitely done. Onwards to the next bit. 20 or so minutes, 25 minutes I think it was, this stage. I've just added another half teaspoon of each of the spices, the cumin, the cinnamon and the nutmeg. And I added a little bit of salt. Yeah. Let's get the rice in. And 200 grams of rice. And water. I've just added about 700 millilitres of water. I'm going to keep a really close eye on this. Might need 800. But we'll start with 700. I don't want to make it soggy, so we can always advance it a little bit afterwards. Right, low heat, covered. This is going to be 20 minutes at least. Onwards. La 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 la. And we're at the finish line. I thought this would cook drier than it has done. There's still a tiny little bit of moisture still in, but I tasted it a few seconds, well, minutes ago. It seems to be all right. Let's have another check. Salt and everything else content. Looking good. Oh yes. That's really, really nice. It is pretty much done. So we're going to finish off with our parsley. We're going to add the almonds, and then we're going to add our caramelised onions. Turn the heat off so it doesn't burn. That looks really good. Like I say, it's not as dry as I thought it would be, but maybe this is a wet mince. Oh, wow. That is truly spectacular. It tastes gorgeous. Oh, yeah. I'm going to serve that with a dollop of yogurt and a dollop of hummus. That's gorgeous. Thank you. Next time.